And that story sets up our power panel right now. Just a couple of hours ago, the White House found itself getting pressed pretty hard by what should have been a friendly group of liberal bloggers at a conference. Here's how the Netroots group challenged White House official Dan Pfeiffer just a little while ago. Watch this very interesting exchange.
Well, earlier this month, you actually wrote on the White House blog that the president will be the first one to tell you that we will not rest until every American who is looking for a job can find one. Does this mean we can expect a jobs bill from the president?
Well, what you can expect is the president has put forward a number of initiatives to create jobs for people just like Brooke that have not been acted on yet, including, as I mentioned, the infrastructure bank, including a proposal that would put people in both high-skill, medium-skill, and low-skill jobs, creating a national wireless program in this country, significant investments in clean energy and infrastructure, additional tax incentives for small business so people can start small businesses and hire people like Brooke. And you can expect that there will be more ideas along that front. And we're going to continue. We're going to do everything we can. We're going to push for them, and we're going to work with Democrats and Republicans in Congress to see what we can get passed.
So the president is not going to be proposing a jobs bill then?
You can expect the president will continue to propose additional initiatives to create jobs beyond the ones we said. There will be more initiatives, and we'll keep looking for additional ones. Whether that will be in one bill or in a series of different proposals, that's still to be determined, but there will certainly be new initiatives.
Well, with a 9.1% unemployment rate, why wouldn't we have a jobs bill?
Well,
All right, you get the idea, okay? And it went on like that. Not a friendly situation there. Andrea Chintaros joins me now. She's conservative columnist and Fox News contributor. Kimberly Guilfoyle, Fox News legal analyst, and China Okazi, social commentator for ChinaOkazi.com. Welcome, ladies. Interesting, you know, that should have been and would have been a year or two ago. Very friendly back and forth.
Well, I think the far left has always been upset that President Obama didn't make the stimulus bigger. I think they're upset that he hasn't done more, right. He hasn't spent more. And look, I think the political reality is there's just not the appetite in Congress to pass another jobs bill. It wouldn't, the way the left wants it, the Daily Kos blogger wants it, it wouldn't make it out of the House, and it would probably barely pass the Senate. So I do think they have a point, though, and this has been the collective chorus from the left and the right. You see David Gergen grilling Robert Gibbs after the debate this week. What's the plan now? I mean, we tried it your way. The stimulus failed. Cash for clunkers failed. What's the plan? Stan, he's a man without a plan. So I think
and it goes to, you know, there's a lot of different areas that there's some growing sort of uncomfortableness between the far left and the president. I saw one, you know, piece this morning that said President Obama is not their boyfriend anymore, which I thought was interesting.
I don't know if that's the case. I think President Obama has always welcomed criticism from the left and the right. That's why he won. I think the issue here is a marketing and branding issue. He's doing so much, and people don't realize actually that the economy looks very different in the past 2 years than it did before he got elected. People don't know that because the branding and marketing message is not coming through.
Because 9.1% of them don't have a job, and that's the problem. And that's what she was, you know, hitting on. And whether you want to take it from a liberal perspective or a conservative perspective in terms of job creation, she's saying, you know what, whatever you guys are doing, it's not working.
But do people realize we could have gotten into a much greater depression than we are now? We literally paused a hemorrhaging.
That doesn't translate well, and the things that he did to get us out of it haven't worked. And so they're saying now, look, we tried it your way. We spent a lot of money. We spent $4 trillion. We actually spent on the roughly 200,000 some private sector jobs that were created. Do you know how much it cost for one of those jobs? $1.7 million for one job under Obama's plan.
You know you're in trouble when your own home team bloggers are turning against you, because guess what? Americans can do basic math. We still need jobs. He is a man without a plan. This is just one area of many, and I don't think he welcomes criticism at all.
We've seen him got 18 months to change a lot of people's minds about it, both on the left and the right. Let's take a look. This kind of goes to the same point in some ways. Let's take a look at this poll that came out from Rasmussen. It's really interesting. It says that the gap between Americans now and politicians is as wide as it was during the Revolution in terms of how the colonists felt against the British. Okay, 45% say, yeah, I agree with that. I would say that the gap is as wide now as it was during the American Revolution. That floors me.
Yeah. I think the Tea Party was the first sign of this. They really started to feel like, what are they doing down in Washington? And I think now everybody's paying attention because things are so bad. And I do think when you see scandals on top of not results, You know, you wonder, what is happening?
Go ahead, China.
The scandals come from both sides of the aisle. I think that this idea that people think that they can govern themselves is not just as a result of politics. It's as a result of everything that's happening around us. I mean, the internet is giving people power in new ways. Information is getting to people faster. So people are trying to get more engaged and feeling like they have power in their hands to do something about things that they don't like.
You know, and I go back to Dan Pfeiffer's comments there. You know, I think when people hear sort of that kind of speak, like, well, we're working on an initiative and we're doing an initiative and we're going to have an initiative, it's like, what?
Right. You know, I'm tired about that. Meetings about meetings, initiatives about
summits,
initiatives,
boards.
You know, specify it and show us, produce some results. You've seen now they promise a lot of things that hasn't materialized. That's why 2012 is ripe for change, and we want someone in there who's going to be able to move the economy forward, who does have a real jobs plan that's going to work, and is not going to throw more money down the drain. And
I have a teeny weeny bit of time to talk about bikinis.
Babies?
Okay, so let's talk about this because we mentioned that this was going to come up. Take a look at these bikinis, and they're being sold. I went on this website to look at them. They're being sold for 3 to 6 month old is the age range on these things, and they've got like the little bow tie at the side that if you sort of like pull the string, it like all comes apart. What do you guys think? What do you think about this, Andrea?
They're really creepy when you get closer because they're leopard print and they have juicy on the bottom and they're string bikinis. And I think there's always something a little strange about the aging.
Yeah, like we don't need sexy babies. We really don't. And you know, they have actually. There's been a trend. We've had dolls that have been telling girls to wax, and we've had the breast milk baby.
Bratz dolls.
I mean, it's getting kind of
It's
creepy.
too much. It's sexualizing young children, babies like that. It's inappropriate.
I don't know why people want to dress up their kids like adults. I can't figure it out. Like, I like those really embarrassing big bathing suits where, like, you see the diaper hanging out on both sides.
Yeah, I see a picture. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see what Andrea wore when she was. We have a picture of Andrea Santoros in a bikini.
No, that is how you rock a baby bikini.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the last bikini shot we're going to see of you, right?
That's right. No more bikinis.
So cute. I know. I said I prefer actually to see little kids running around naked on the beach, babies, than in bathing suits, because I think like if you're going to go that route, then that's natural.
Yeah, bathing suits are fine, but
unless it's
bikinis,
baby appropriate. You know, the cute little tankinis.
We're going to finish this conversation in the break because I got to go. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here.